and welcome to this afternoon's playthrough of Sleepaway, a tabletop RPG horror game, no dice, no masters, that is designed by JayDragon. We are going to be playing this game today, raising some funds for the Trevor Project as part of our Pride Month shenanigans. That is an organization that provides assistance to LGBTQ youth, and also for the Bail Project, which, if you have been following the news about like the importance of the Black Lives Matter protests and stuff like that, is going to directly support the people that are protesting on the ground and in the streets for justice for Black lives. So please go ahead and check the chat out for links on how to donate to those. I also wanted to add just a really quick disclaimer at the beginning of this. Let me see if I can actually pull it up so I don't forget anything. But because this is a horror RPG, we do have a couple of content warnings that I wanted to mention. Let's see. So some things that might come up in tonight's game include violence, body horror, child and animal endangerment, and gore. So if those are things that you are sensitive to, just please be aware of that and feel free to take a break or check the stream out later. If that's something that you need to do for your own safety, we encourage that. I do also want to mention that Sleepaway, as it's written, explicitly avoids and condemns racism, sexual violence, inappropriate behavior between counselors and campers, and appropriation of Indigenous culture that is often rife within sleepaway camp narratives, because we want to keep the horror here dark and eldritch and not as it sometimes is in the real world. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you all to our fantastical sleepaway game, Mystery of Camp Hideaway. Sleepaway gives us long, hazy days, chilled summer nights, kids screaming and chasing fireflies, crackling campfires, and a gaunt, cruel monstrosity forever hiding just out of sight, always asking, what do you do next? In Sleepaway, we are all playing as camp counselors at a not-so-ordinary summer camp, besieged by a strange and ominous cryptid. In the outside world, people grow increasingly alienated from their own identities, trapped in a miasma of advertising and corporate branding. Isolated from civilization, this summer camp is a beacon of safety, a refuge for misfit kids defined by their marginalization. As time pushes past and the world grows older, this camp also shelters the survivors of the Lindworm. The Lindworm is a shapeshifter, or so the stories go, a creature that flays the skin of humans and hides within. As counselors of this summer camp, we have each been traumatized by the Lindworm in our own ways. We remember little of that time, but as a souvenir, each of our characters bears a scar over our left eye as a mark of our encounter with the camp's eldritch horror. Just that we don't want anyone else to experience that horror either, and we want to keep this camp safe, no matter what. All right, does anybody want to start with a character intro? Tell us a little bit about who you're going to play.
I'll go first, I guess.
Okay. All right, yeah.
I am Chris. I'm the Beholder DM, and I will be playing Ty Proudbody, lifeguard extraordinaire, fastest swimmer this side of the lake. You know, it's cool. I'm cool. You're cool. Stay off my tower.
Very nice, very nice. We want to just go around. Maybe let's go clockwise. So I think Mids, you're next.
All right. I'm Mids. I'm playing Orlantha, they, them, who is the ropes keeper. They're a bit of an obscure figure, quiet, insightful, but also they bear the memories of what has happened to them. And they're definitely the oldest of the group.
All right. Sam, you're next.
Hey, I am Sam. I will be playing Joe, the Fresh Blood. This is my first year as a full counselor here, and I just can't wait. I think it's going to be really great, and we're going to have such a great summer together, you guys.
I love them so much. Joe is a precious bean. And my name is Anna. This is a GM-less game, but as the person who I think has probably read the rulebook the most times, I'm also kind of facilitating this. And I'm going to be playing Mossy, the crafter. Any pronouns? They are the person at the camp that is kind of known for being a little bit spacey, a little bit out there. They're in charge of teaching the kids arts and crafts, but also awakening their attunement to the magic that is out there in the world, being a crafter in the true sense of the word. And Nevi, I think you are the last one.
Hi everybody, I'm Nevi and I'll be playing Beverly today, or Bev. And she's super athletic, not afraid to get her hands dirty. She loves all the little squirts. She'll make them run laps if they don't listen though. And Joe is her younger sibling and she wants to look out for them, but she also, you know, is her sibling.
All right, let's I'll go ahead and if you look for our lovely viewers viewing from home, we do have a summer camp map that is down below, I believe, my window here, that kind of has little drawings and places that we've created. We created our own camp from scratch as players, so everybody go ahead and pick a place where they'd like their character to be at the beginning.
Boy. Do you want us to just make like a sticker for ourselves, I guess?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. I believe that Orlantha, as the ropes keeper, is the only character that starts out at a very specific location. I believe that they start out in the woods where the ropes are.
In the woods.
The ropes to keep are in the woods. So yeah, go ahead and add a sticker if you like for that. And then we will, I think, maybe invite the lindworm to see if it would like to come play with its food.
I'm just hitting every wrong button right now.
No worries, no worries.
Sorry.
Where is our...
I think I'm gonna have Mossy start where the fire pit used to go.
Oh no, spooky.
Well, Mossy really likes the fire pit type stuff, so.
Gotta try to find where that picture went so I can save it. I'm probably gonna go in the field if no one's claimed it. I'm just struggling, you guys.
Do we want to all like be in a different place, or do you think it's better if we are together?
Yeah, you can be wherever you want. Don't worry. Some things will conspire to draw us all together. Don't worry.
I like that. That sounds
That's
pleasant.
It also
Picture's
sounds
not
spooky.
loading. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna write my name and save.
That's okay. As long as you know where you're starting, that'll be good.
But I had my cute picture. Okay, so Joe's going to begin, I think, at the bunks.
Nice.
That seems like the good place.
Why am I so tall? How do I make myself smaller?
You should be able to like pinch and kind of drag it from like the corner or something.
Okay, because I'm so giant. No, don't
Because
expand.
Bev is just, so I don't know. large
Bev's
and
20
light.
feet tall. It's fine.
It's canon.
I think Ty's going to be where he shines, which is right at his guard tower.
Nice.
I don't know where it lives. Dang it. You know what?
Nice.
It's fine.
Let's eliminate his last name because that is really big. Let's do that. There we go.
I
That'll
think
work.
mine deleted from existence, but
Oh
that's
no!
okay.
Oh no. Okay, there we go. I figured it out. I cracked
That's
the
not
code. Don't
that's not
panic.
indicative of the camp at all.
No. Now I'm scared again.
Yeah.
All right.
I was doing
and
okay.
then before we begin, well, I guess as we begin our gameplay proper, would like to see if the Lindworm would like to come out and play at any point in time. So if anybody feels so moved that they would like to invite the camp's eldritch creature in, go ahead and leave me a message in the player chat here. And for everybody else that's watching, the Lindworm, in addition to being a monstrous unknown entity of unknown origin, mechanically the way that this works is that all of us as players, in addition to our characters, have moves where we can invite the Lindworm to act, and that introduces an element of horror into the story. The way that we're going to do that is by drawing from this deck of cards that doesn't want to play nice with my fun summer camp background. All right, the Lindworm has been invited into the space. So I will give us just a little bit of a prompt, and then I think we'll take it from here. So, Joe, you're just hanging out at the bunks, you know, kind of the place where all the campers originally start after their tearful farewells from well-meaning but understanding parents, knowing that they're going to send their kids off to summer camp and might be a little bit difficult of a transition at first, but after they wipe their tears away and say their goodbyes, they know the kids are going to have a great time. So you're making the rounds around the bunks after all of the kids are checked in, because two of the campers that you were supposed to be in charge of getting from place to place are missing.
Oh no.
So,
well, if there's two missing, then they must be in the same buddy pair, because I make sure that these campers keep a strict buddy system enforced when they're, you know, not accompanied by a counselor like myself. So, do I know where they went last?
So you actually kind of get to ask that to yourself.
Okay.
You can also use a move to create a staff character, like a minor staff character that's there.
Sure.
If you like.
Oh boy. I'm going to sort of wave down Alice, one of the CITs who's below me now. have you seen Billy or Martin at all? I have since the last check-in. And they haven't, so I'm gonna tell them to stay here and keep a lookout. I'm gonna go scout around and see if, like, maybe they went to the nurse's office or to me, or, you know, because they're just not where they're supposed to be, and we're gonna be late for the next activity soon, so we gotta find them.
I will say also that Orlantha, as the ropes keeper, you do tend to stick towards your domain out on the edge of camp where the ropes course is. It is a little bit of a place that's kind of set apart from the very high energy, high octane, childish enthusiasm of the rest of the camp. Your woods is your home. It's like a place of very quiet and revelation, but you have been hearing sort of this weird giggling noise just out of the corner of your eye. I'm not quite sure if something is rushing by and laughing in a mysterious way, but yeah, that's been going on a little bit too.
Children do come out here occasionally, the campers, the young ones. Most of them, when they're young, they think it's just fun. They don't know what the woods holds in its darkest hours. Fortunately, it's still daytime, so it's not too bad out. But, yeah, I think that I'm going to move. I'm going to head towards the source of that giggling, and up as I arrive, just kind of look upon them and communicate more with silence than words can, better than words can, and just be a presence there that lets them know that they're known and they're seen, and just that for the time being.
Nice. Anybody else can feel free to share, move around the campsite, anything like that. There are no rules, only our imaginations.
Yeah, I think Beverly will probably head over and check on her sibling because it's their first year. They're new to this, and you know, she was walking through some kids through a game of dodgeball, but they seem to have gotten it okay. And you know, they probably need a break. Some of them went a little hard on that dodgeball. I see you in the back, Jake. You don't need 7 balls. Just calm down a little bit. And I'm gonna go check on my younger sibling.
Well, I'm on the track looking for Billy and Martin still, so you probably see Joe, like, kind of power walking, like, you know, trying to seem like everything is totally fine. I have everything under control, but a little bit worried because this is my first day and I already lost 2 campers. Oh, man. And I'm just sort of poking my head into, like, other buildings and trying to see if I can find them.
Hey, Hey, kiddo. What you doing over there?
Oh, hey, Beverly. Great first day, right? It's this really good, nice weather.
Yeah, no, the weather's like super cool or whatever. But are you good? You doing okay? I mean,
Yeah, I'm okay. Well, I can't. Two of the campers seem to have like wandered off somewhere. I'm sure it's totally fine. They probably just went to go like I don't know. I don't know where they went, but I bet they're nearby.
I'm sure they're nearby. Have you?
They were buddies, so they've got to be fine because they were using the buddy system and they're together.
Right, and the buddy system doesn't fail. We've been to
Flawless.
this camp for so many years. It's a flawless system, perfect. Yeah, so, okay, you know what? I'll go this direction, you go that way, and if you need anything, text me.
Okay. I will do that. Thank you, Beverly. Please don't tell anybody.
It's fine, you got this. Just chill. Keep a smile on your face. Literally, you can do this. You're gonna be great at this. And if you fail, I got you. I'll save the day, as always. I brought my secret weapon.
Oh, you got those in again?
I'll never tell.
Oh my god. Freaking Beverly. Sorry, like Sam couldn't handle that one. So I'll go running off, I guess in the direction maybe of the ropes. Seems like a good place for Joe to head off to search next.
Okay, you're heading towards the ropes. I'll go to the swamp and check there.
I think maybe on the oh wait, did I unmute? Yes, I did. Awesome. I was like, I have an idea to silence. Maybe on the way to the ropes course out in the woods, I think maybe Mossy shows up and is like, oh, hey Joe, how's the first day of camp going? Settling into everything okay so far?
Oh yeah, everything is totally fine, Mossy. How are you? It's so nice to see you again this year. You know, wearing the same color shirt and everything.
Oh, you. And Mossy is definitely wearing the like standard issue camp shirt, but like being of an artsy persuasion, they've kind of blinged it up a little bit with some glittery fabric paints and puff paints, and they wear these like old little cutoff shorts that you can see some hairy legs and like hippie sandals are kind of peeking little toes out from inside there, and just like, hey, I was getting ready to take some of these extra craft supplies out to where the ropes course is. Do you mind giving me a hand with these boxes? I figured maybe Orlantha might like to see what it is that the campers are going to be working on. You know, we keep the themes of the weeks and stuff all going together, all good.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. I was heading that way anyway. I'd be glad to help you. Hey, you haven't seen Billy and Martin by any chance, have you? I know they kind of like the crafts area, so and I'm like trying to pick up too many boxes.
Can I invite the Lindworm to act?
You may.
Oh my!
Oh
Beverly!
boy.
Beverly!
Oh wow, yes. All right.
I'm
Hold
here
on,
for
let
the
me
drama,
just-
you guys.
Let me find my little table thing here. Go for it.
Okay.
So
we draw a card, right?
yes, and the card that I drew is 7 of Diamonds. So this introduces a horror element. According to the book, the 7 of Diamonds means becoming lost, desperate cravings, mysterious patterns locking together. So you may decide what location or element on our lovely camp pin board you'd like to attach this to.
All right, let's attach that to the path covered in cairns.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna just add a little thing there.
It's also very fitting because we just lost 2 kids and we got a becoming lost.
And I believe that the path is what connects like the swamp and the lake and the woods and stuff like that. So if you wanted to pick that up and go with that for the story, feel free.
Okay, yeah. I'm in the swamp right now and I'm just kind of like, you know what? This is pretty pretty gross. Like, I'm cool with being in the swamp. I like catching frogs, but now's not the time, and I don't see any children over here. So I'll just start making my way to the path, and then it doesn't look right, and I start realizing it doesn't look right halfway through, and that I'm kind of somewhere else, but I don't know where.
Ooh.
But I don't want to tell anyone because that's gonna make me look lame if I got lost on the first day. So I'm just gonna keep that to myself for now, and just kind of keep poking around and see what I can do.
Very nice. All right, let me see where I've left the woods here. So I guess me and Joe are making our way towards the woods, and I'm looking for the thing. I think I'm going to go ahead and have the do the woods move, lead people together, even if they don't want to see each other. And I guess maybe Joe has not spent too much time out at the ropes course since the last summer. It's been a little bit like, I believe that you were the one that had the sort of like little slip and fall kind of thing that happened, and then Orlantha helped you out.
Yeah, I'm usually really good. I can do like sick rope flips and stuff, but I got a little over ambitious that last time.
I remember those. I just, you know what they say, it's always good to just get back up and try again even after you fail. So I think maybe you and I should just go over the ropes course, make sure that you're ready to go with the kids, you know, when we start with activities, and maybe say hi to Orlantha for a little bit too.
I mean, I would love to go see Orlantha. Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe they've seen Billy or Martin anyway.
The woods are a sprawling place. They're a dark place. There's lots of nooks and crannies, and the ropes don't help with navigating it at all, because the ropes almost make it into a maze of sorts. It's hard to know which way you're going exactly because of how thick the underbrush is and how thick the overbrush can be, to the point where it falls in a deep shadow. And as you're walking, you see amongst the trees a baby bird screaming and crying, and no one coming to help. You see one of the trees weeping red sap. You see two rocks alone, surrounded by some loamy, deep soil. But eventually your path leads your way forward. And eventually you come to where Orlantha is, just staring down Billy and Martin. They look over to Joe and Bev as they make their arrival and nod. And then nod to the kids and nod over there. Then they kind of turn and head further back into the woods.
Oh, do you think maybe Orlantha's gonna go get Billy and Martin for us?
Only one way to find out.
I'm still carrying
Hey
these
there.
like, boxes that we were.
Orlantha, you mind giving me a hand with a couple of these extra craft supplies?
Fine. I'll help with your supplies.
Thanks. You know, I really appreciate it. I feel like this time, you know, we get ready for the camp at the beginning, and there's only so much preparation that you can do before it all just sort of starts falling apart. But it's just the way the craft works here sometimes. It's just the way it works.
Yes. There are many stories that need to be told.
So have you seen Billy and Martin by any chance? You know, maybe they got like lost in these big old woods. Have you seen them?
Yes, I saw them, or heard them, saw them after that.
Oh, you did? Oh, great. Where are they? They're late for check-in.
They're right over there. Just take a turn around. You can go talk to them while I help with these supplies. I'm sure that they have much to speak to you about. I'm sure they've seen many things in their time.
I just go over to you here trailing off. Hey, buddies!
I think
So how
Mossy
do we
is.
do NPCs? Does just like one of us voice them when someone else talks? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can just say what they say or do what they do. Anybody wants to like jump in and work on like some collaboration, even if you're not there, you can be like, oh yeah, that kid, I remember they're always goofing off at like the lake area or something like that.
okay, so no one actually vocalizes the NPCs. We just describe their action.
Yeah, I mean, you can vocalize them if you want, but every game that I've seen how this plays does it slightly differently. And since none of us have ever played it before, I think that just how we decide to do it is maybe just how it's done for this game. That's really weird for me to say because that's not usually the type of game that I play, but you know, I'm just trying to try something new with it.
No,
I think
I'm here for that. Like, if that's okay, then I'll just voice one of the kids. What were their names?
Billy and Martin, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I have like a moment of what the hell did I name them every time I say it.
Yes. I will try and make little stickies for them while y'all do it.
Hi, Joe.
Oh, hey Martin, where did you what are you two doing here? I mean, we were late for check-in, you were late for the count-off. I mean, we can't finish the bunk count-off if 12 and 13 are gone, okay? You can't just wander off.
Have you noticed that the trees look different, Joe?
Oh, I mean, they look, well, they're a little bigger, I think, this year.
Count off.
Yeah, we're late for count-off.
Let's go.
Okay, come on, Billy, Martin, and like take both their hands and start dragging them back towards the bunk. Like, oh, you're gonna have so much fun this year. I've got all these great ideas.
Bye, trees.
I think at the ropes course area, Mossy would like to do the regular move, listen to the magic, and follow what it says. So as a crafter, I think maybe I just sort of let my eyes kind of zoom out of focus a little bit and maybe start to hear that laughter that was in the distance that I didn't know existed before this point. It seems kind of self-explanatory now that I think about it, that this would be at the woods. And then after every move, this says, ask, does your character want to talk about it? So I'm going to turn over to where Orlantha is and be like, hey, hear that? It kind of sounds like the echoes of these kids are still here having fun. Do you hear that, or is that just me?
Everything leaves a trace of what it was. And sometimes those traces are louder, sometimes those traces are quieter. The question is, what sort of fun were they having? And were they simply here to enjoy the forest and the woods and the rope? Or are they being compelled by impulses to do what children do, which is to say, to do violence, to explore the limits of what the forest is capable of, to become in a way? I don't know. I know that when I was their age, I got into all sorts of trouble. As we all did. As we all did.
I think maybe it's a little bit like looking through time, you know, to the past, like when our parents maybe were here, or that last summer when we all got these, and then they just sort of gesture at the little scar on their face.
Yes. Yes. The memories here are usually quieter. I'll tell you where they're the loudest, though. And that's at the lake. And those reflections. That's there.
And then at the mention of the lake, I think you just sort of see Mossy blush a little bit and just be like, "Oh yeah, do you think we should go there now, or you know what? Maybe I'll just head over there by myself.
Yes.
I know you probably got a whole lot of setup to do and stuff like that, but
Thank you
thanks.
for the supplies. And behave recklessly.
I will. I will. What a great time to see what Ty's up to at the lake, huh?
Yeah.
Off in the distance, you'll hear him barking orders at smaller kids who are kind of situating themselves ready to get in the lake. Does everyone have their water wings on? Jimmy, I see you down there. If you do not put on your water wings, you will drown, and then I have to save you. And I just did my hair, and I don't want to come down there. Canoe team, stay in your lanes. Questions at the end. They'll walk down the tower, reinflate the water crying kid. Yep. How old are the kids here, man? They keep getting younger. Listen, stay in the shallow end. Stay out of the canoe lanes. Do not push. Do not run. Do not play chicken. Got it?
Play chicken.
I'll be up in the tower. If you need help, make drowning sounds. And he'll walk right back up the tower. Put his hands over the rail and kind of stare out. And he'll look down the path as he sees Mossy coming down.
They'll just be like, "Hello."
No one's dead yet, so that's good news. But it's only the first day. Give it time, Mossy.
It's always a matter of time with this place. I don't know. I thought I'd come down here to do a little bit of a swim and clear my head before we start on with the arts and crafts. But the lake kind of looks a little bit murkier than usual. It's a pretty muddy lake, but I don't know. Normally I can kind of see that log that's all the way at the bottom, but it's kind of looks like, and then I'd like to invite the lindworm to act upon the lake because I'm curious. That seems reckless, so I want to. I'm just saying the lindworm has struck. Oh, we might be coming back. Ooh, sweet. Awesome. Well, now that my, I guess, prophetic invitation on the lindworm to act.
That was it.
As I was saying, it's mad that I drew a hearts card. As I was saying, the hearts cards tend to be the things that the lindworm wants to avoid because they're a little bit more nice and a little bit more like a reprieve. That might play a little bit differently if we were doing a campaign, but right now the lake becomes a place of small kindness, a gift. Today reminds you of a dream you once had.
5 of hearts, no witnesses.
So I'm just like, I was working a little bit with these new perler beads that we got over at the like arts and crafts area, and reminded me of something. I thought you might like it, and they just hand over to Ty this little tiny perler bead thing all fused together that looks a little bit like a water lily growing out of a pad, but it's got all of these different little shades of blues and greens and just a little hint of yellow, like the lake on its good days.
This is kind of cool. Did you make this yourself?
I did. You know, they have all of the more basic shapes for the littler kids, but I just thought maybe I'd get a little creative and make like a mold of my own. It's no big deal.
That's awesome. Thanks. Is that a lily?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Did I tell you my little sister's name was Lillian?
I don't think so. I don't remember that. That is a
Kismet, Mossy,
weird
Kismet.
coincidence. That is a weird coincidence. Or is it?
I'm going to use the lake move, fabricate a falsehood. Mossy has definitely heard that Ty's sister's name is Lily.
Yep.
Definitely knows
Wow, leave it to the ropes keeper. You're like, I'm fabricating a falsehood. And I'm like, I was already lying. Just calling me out on my bullshit. Yeah, Mossy definitely knows that Lillian was Ty's little sister's name. But they're just kind of, you know, shy ever since that thing happened last year. So, you know.
It's dope. What is it like a bracelet? Do I eat it or what is it?
Yeah, it's up to you. It'll speak to you. I'll help you find your own way.
So it is edible? I mean, that's crazy.
She's already just sort of like wandering off just a little bit, kind of like splashing in the puddles.
This is it's plastic. She didn't. All right. See ya.
Jimmy, last time! Out of the canoe rings!
Fuck.
Just so good though.
I can't. That's amazing.
Can we just like one moment of applause because that was just so good. Okay.
All right, rest of the game happens at the lake. Sorry.
Yeah, we never leave. Speaking of which, I should probably leave from where I am.
You could describe anything that happens on your way there, you know, if you want.
Yeah. Let's see. Mysterious patterns. Yeah. I see mysterious patterns in the rocks. They look like my old cheer squad. Like, that's odd to you, but like, I know the moves we've done, and they are stacking up, like in our pyramids we've done, and the flips. Like, it's so super weird. And I think that's just kind of messing with me a little bit. And yeah, I think I'm actually heading towards the lake, so I'll probably just message Ty and be like, who designed these rocks in the road?
I will text back. I think they had them shipped in from like Sweden or something.
Oh,
Something to
makes
make the
sense.
place look a little cooler than it is.
Oh, okay. The lake's north, right? I feel like I've been going north for a while.
Yeah, northeast.
Northeast. I think that's northeast. And I continue walking, I guess.
I think that
I'll just send a picture in the direction that she's normally in and send it to her. Head towards this.
Yeah, okay.
And then another picture down at the sand from like up in the tower.
Are they like
When you've hit this, you've gone to the right place.
I'll let you know when I start seeing sand instead of weird rocks.
Sick.
I think that Beth arriving at the lake would be a little bit too convenient. I think it'd be interesting if Bev wound up in the secret kissing grove, and then someone else had to come and find her.
Ooh, the lindworm is haunting us.
Stop saying his name.
All right, I think we're back up then.
Okay, we're back up. Sweet.
Hey, I blame the internet.
I blame the lindworm, honestly.
I blame the lindworm, yeah.
The lindworm doesn't want us to have the Six of Hearts, which stands for innocent laughter, fumbling hands, and a half-hearted lie. So feel free to interpret that how you would like.
I'll send one more text to Bev. I think I left my whistle in the kissing grove. Can you get it for me?
Who were you with before? Do.
I'll start typing a message. You'll see the 3 dots, and then I'll stop typing the message, and I'll just close my phone and put it away.
No! Drama!
I think at this point, Bev gets like a really delayed text from Joe, just being like, I found Billy and Martin! I found them! Everything is fine! We're gonna go have lunch on the field! Okay, thank you! Like 1,000 exclamation points.
So many exclamation points. That must have taken forever to type back. I'll just put K smiley face and send it. Yeah, I guess I'll tell him that I'm gonna leave his whistle in the field and I'm gonna go meet Joe in the field. Boop.
Okay. ...
And then I'm gonna also write, I'm gonna figure it out eventually, and just leave it at that.
I'm going to use one of the moves from the strangeness setting element and hint at a secret that changes everything. As, let's say, as Bev is leaving the glade, they come across a hole that leads under the ground. It looks pretty deep, pretty dark. Goes farther on than she can see because it kind of turns and bends.
Cool. I'm gonna start a group text now and put all of my favorite counselors on it, and I'm just gonna start like taking a video of this hole and be like, should I jump down? Question mark, and then just send it.
I think maybe building off of the strangeness, you do hear a little bit of a laughter coming from it. If Orlantha were here, May and Mossy might recognize that as something similar to what was going on in the woods. But now it seems like it's coming from the bottom of a hole.
Hey, kid, are you down there? Do you need help?
And you just kind of hear like, but you can't really make out the words to the song.
Okay, let me see what moves I have. I'm gonna use my token I have and perform a feat of mythical physical ability to just like do a sick like flip down the hole and go see if there's a kid down there.
I like it.
Parkour.
Yes. It's parkour time.
I think that you don't find a kid. You do find some scratching, some etchings on the dirt. And you can see underneath the dirt that it's stone. It's not just like raw stone. It's stone that's been cobbled together to form something. Some sort of structure. And you can tell with the light from your camera that kind of cobbled together, rough cobbled stone is all around you. It's the walls, the ceiling, and the floor. And the path goes further on in. And you think you see a wooden door?
Weird. Yeah, so I'm gonna like just send the video to the group chat with everyone on it and be like, hey, I found something. Do you guys want to come check this out with me? I think the kids are taking a nap anyway, right?
Mossy at this point has waded like full on hips deep into the lake and feels oh shit, and realizes that they've left the phone inside of their shorts.
Oh no.
And they're just like pulling it out and being like, shit, fuck, oh, kids are around here. And then they look up, and that's the weirdest thing, because they could have sworn that Billy and Martin went off with Joe towards the field, but there they are right now in the lake, splashing and playing and like head dunking each other. Whoa. Hey, weren't you the two kids that... What? I thought that it was your turn for like field activities. What?
He wanted to swim.
But how did you get here so fast? Oh my gosh.
Are you feeling okay? Maybe you should sit down. The lake, it's always welcoming. Don't you want to sit?
I think maybe I just want to cool off real quick, and behaving recklessly, I would like to plunge down to the bottom of the lake, as far away as the bottom of a lake can be in hip deep water. And I'll feel a little bit of a thunk, like a wooden thunk of my hand against something that kind of feels like maybe it's got some hinges and like a doorknob attached to it.
Mhm.
And smash cut to somebody else.
Orlantha
Bev,
takes back.
I think you would see the doorknob turning from your end over it.
Oh my god.
At this point, I'm just like dropping the camera, ready to punch whatever comes through. Smash cut to someone else.
You just see this like black, brackish, swampy water, like the lake looks at the end of a really bad storm or something like that just churns it up a whole lot. And these like stinky dead fish of like the little types that are usually swimming in the lake, except they're kind of like partially eaten away so that you can see their bones, like raccoons or small creatures have gotten onto it. And then you just see this hand emerging from up out of the door, and then it crosses the floor, and then Mossy's head pops up out of the door and is like,
Oh no, I think I punch her. I'm pretty sure my first reaction is seeing something come through the door would 100% to me to punch it.
I think that's reasonable.
here's my question though.
Do I have a move? Yeah.
Do you punch me with your pom-poms? Because I know what's in those pom-poms.
Punch you with the pom.
Oh god.
So I think I'm gonna do the regular move. I'm so sorry. Which I have, which is intimidate or lash out at someone and injure them, because, you know, seeing a face pop through the door, my immediate thought is, guess it's time to use my secret weapon.
So it's just like, bah! And then Mossy's like, oh my god, what? And then they just feel this sort of like hot red blood start pouring out of where their nose is, because Beverly's pom-poms are a little something extra.
I think
They
Ty sees
might
this
have-
from his perch on the thing, but also
Yeah,
out of the corner of his eye, from where some of the water has dropped down, sees what looks like a box that's sticking out of the mud, just like a little bit, like a couple inches. But also, Mossy just got hit in the face. That's clearly much more important.
yeah, Ty's been watching the lake for a little bit, and he noticed Mossy went down, but didn't really think anything of it at first. 30 seconds goes by, and he's starting to take shallower breaths. A minute goes by, and he puts his phone down on the railing. 2 minutes. Mossy, what the fuck are you doing? And he'll run down to the beach and dive into the water and try to get as deep down as he can go because he doesn't see any air bubbles. So he's imagining you've got to be down there deep somewhere. And he starts running his hands over the lake bed floor, opening his eyes to try to spot you, but it's murky. His hand bumps against a wooden box, but he finds nothing else. Doesn't see you. He's down there for about a full minute searching before his lungs start screaming for air and he's got to come back up. So he picks up the box and starts heaving his way back up, reaches the surface and starts scanning around, seeing if he can find you.
During all of this, oh no, go ahead.
Oh, he throws the box up onto the shore for a second and keeps looking around and starts to panic and catches his breath and dives again.
During Ty's panicked diving and Bev punching Mossy in the face, Joe is sitting in sunshine in the field with a bunch of campers having lunch, including Billy and Martin, who, are just off playing some catch together when they get the messages from Beverly and start seeing this tunnel. And I want to take just a regular move to find something old and forgotten by the others. And as I'm looking at the feed, I'm like, oh, those etchings look an awful lot like the pictures over by the boulders where the pictoglyphs are. That's weird. And I'm gonna go off to check those out. And I think I run into Orlantha on the way. I don't know if you've been getting these messages at all, but I'm like on my phone, kind of like, oh, this is weird.
I think that Orlantha meets Joe at the stones, and it's like looking
nice.
over them because they also recognize the symbols.
Oh, hey, Orlantha, did you get that weird text from Bev too?
Yes. It is strange. Old things are stirring again.
I never heard anything like a well or something. I don't know. She said she fell down a thing. Do you know if there's like a well or something in the camp? You've been here a long time.
Beneath the water are things that... I'd like to invoke the Lindworm.
Oh no.
Current location.
All right, watch the stream, everybody.
I know. Get your sacrifices ready. We will not go down this time.
Right? Damn that Lindworm.
The Two of Clubs, which stands for jolted awake, reality melting, campers having nightmares during the day. Who? So this gets attached to a person and not a place.
Oh man, perfect time
This
for
can
the
be one of
sirens.
our
Thanks.
PCs or an NPC created character.
I think that while Ty is on his second dip under the water, let me just read this card again. As he's diving under the water, continuing to search, panicking more, starts to reach like the limit of his lung capacity and he starts to ignore it. And he continues to swim around, ignoring the burning pain in his lungs. And he swears that the heart beating in his chest and in his ears now is Anna, like pounding on wall, like asking for help.
Ooh.
And
he starts to see her and imagine that she's there, and every time he gets closer, she's not. Starts to push further, and the corners of his vision start to fade a little bit, and he exhausts himself and just kind of lets himself float to the top.
Orlantha says to Joe, "The Nightmare King." And then let's cut back to Mossy and Bev.
Shit, Bev, I didn't know that was you. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. I'm fine. What are you doing out here? I thought that we were all supposed to be doing like day one of camp stuff, and everybody's all over the place, and nobody's
Joe
really
lost the
should
kids,
be,
so
and-
I went looking for them, and come, let's move you a little bit out here so I can check on and see. Oh God, that looks bad.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Just don't touch it. Don't touch it. And
Okay.
kind of just like using a little scrap of the camp t-shirt to hopefully get the worst of the nosebleed to go away.
What did Francisca say about that? The nurse, I think she told me that you should keep your head up, right? Like when it's bleeding, it's supposed to go up.
But I think that means it's gonna go down the back of my throat. No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's gonna work. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna sit here, and I'm gonna breathe, and I'm just going to wait for this to pass.
Okay, are you done waiting? No. Oh, are you doing that like meditating thing? Oh, right, I'm not supposed to talk, huh?
You mean that meditating thing? I do this all the time. It's fine. You're not sure whether they've like fallen asleep or not. They're just really quiet.
Did I kill them?
Oh my God, no. I was just getting into my space. It was really nice. So what are you doing out here again?
I was texting you guys. I found this weird door and then you came through it.
Well, I was about to respond to that I found Martin and, oh geez, what was the first kid's name again?
Billy, right?
Billy! I was like, Nathan,
like
Nicholas.
the most default
Right.
child name that exists.
Billy and Martin. I knew it was something that was so obvious. Billy and Martin, but they were playing in the lake, but you said that like Joe went off. to
Joe
go
has them.
somewhere?
They're in the field with Joe.
What now?
I call Joe.
Some like I don't know, super cheerful like chiptunes music starts playing, and I pick up my phone with Orlantha at the boulders, and I'm like, oh, hey Beverly, are you okay? Are you still stuck in the well?
It's not well exactly, but I'm fine. Billy and Martin, they're with you, right?
Oh, I left them at the field with Alice and the some of the other CITs. I figured they'd be okay because they were all together. Still, we got the whole buddy count this time before the picnic, and I did it again before I left. So I know everyone's gonna be totally fine this time.
Maybe you should split Billy and Martin up at one time. I want to see what happens in that case. But yeah, no, I'm fine. I might have punched someone in the face again. They're less fine.
Okay, I'm
just
sure
keeps
they deserved
happening.
it, right? Or
I'm okay.
did you hit Moss?
Take them to the nurse.
Okay,
For
fine.
heck's sake.
When you hear Bev say split Billy and Martin up over the phone, you'll both sort of start to hear in the background almost like the noise is coming through from the field, but you can both hear it, that like
Oh, I hate it. I love it.
and then it just sort of sounds like it's kids singing it at first, but then it gets distinctly weirder.
Like, I must be getting some kind of weird, I don't know, cross signal or something out here. That hasn't really happened before.
This is why I didn't even want to get a cell phone. My mom and dad only made me get it because it was for emergencies only. But I just want to live free from those constraints.
He's clearly hallucinating. Let's get you to Francisco, like, right now.
Okay, all right.
We should probably retreat to the field or to the woods. This place is unstable.
Retreat, that sounds so formal, but we should probably all, get together. That'll be a better way to make sure that, everybody's accounted for, just in case. Oh, we've been gone for a little while now, huh?
Yeah, why don't you all meet up with us at the nurse's office then? We can all meet there.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Someone text Ty and let them know too. I know right, it's Star. Someone text Ty and let Star know too. I know that they wanted me to give them Star. I'm sorry.
You can do it.
You got it.
I know Star wanted me to give Star's whistle. I did it! Yay!
The background doesn't play nice with the thumbs up, but the thumbs up is still there.
It's kind of great though, because it makes it spookier when like part of your hand just vanishes.
Incorporeality.
I think Joe will probably like speed dial Ty, because they've got all their favorite counselors on speed dial for the summer. So wherever you are, you might just hear your phone. I forget if you left it though. I'm old. That's how I pantomime phones.
Yeah.
I've been holding water in my mouth literally the whole time waiting for that.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, that was very committed. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Are you okay? Do you need to?
We're good.
And scene.
He'll start screaming Mossy's name out at the beach. Probably, I think most of you are within range to hear. He's on the south side of the lake. I don't really know. This map's not great for telling me how far things are.
Range, I think we all hear that sort of weird echoing of like Ty's voice wherever we are calling it.
Yeah. Oh, and the box is open now.
Box?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He'll notice this and kind of like look around and call out Mossy's name one more time.
As starts looking around, Ty would notice that inside the box is what looks to be a human skull.
Ooh.
Except that there are antlers growing out of it.
Oh, I don't like where this is going. I think I know where it might be going.
That's all.
He'll pick up the box and is weirded out, but like he watches a lot of movies, so he's not that weirded out. Could be a prop, could be something they made. He like grabs the base of one of the horns and tries to move it, but it wedges. It's not stuck into the skull. It is part of the skull.
Yeah.
And he'll just slam the box shut and run it back to the tower.
I think that Martin would stop you when you're running it back. Can I play with that?
Kind of dazed, no, and he'll just kind of like push the kid out of the way by like the face. And he'll grab like the megaphone and he'll like play a tune, getting everybody out of the water.
Where's Mossy? I don't see her. Wasn't she in the water too?
He'll grab his phone and kind of ignore that child of the corn talking to him for a second and just grab his phone. He'll answer like really like, what?
Ow. Hi, Ty. I just wanted to let you know that we're all gonna go meet over at the nurse's office because Beverly kind of punched Mossy again. I mean, you know, not necessarily punched Mossy again, but punched somebody again. So we're gonna be over at the nurse's office, and we thought that maybe you might want to come because things are kind of a little weird right now.
Oh,
Who did
it's
Beverly
just
punch
getting
who?
started.
Oh, Beverly punched Mossy in the well. Did you know there was a well here?
What? Wait, hold on. Wait. Where's Mossy?
I
I'm
think
right here.
Yeah, we're almost to the nurse's office. And we're gonna go have dinner in the field.
Go ahead. Go. I'll meet you there. Just go.
Okay, we'll see you soon.
I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, all right. We'll see you soon. We're gonna see them soon. The star's gonna be here soon.
Sure.
Okay, that sounds good. Let me think. I have a thought.
So I imagine the nurse's office is like a building that used to be one of the bunks. But it is just kind of like, it looks like one of the bunks that they tried to clean up better than any of the others, but it is still kind of like, I would not want to get any serious medical care here. Like maybe an ice pack and a Band-Aid, and that's about it.
I think maybe we have a nurse there. I want to see if, let's see. The nurse is a guy named Jim, because that's the first name that I think
I named the nurse earlier when you were talking.
Oh, you did?
I name dropped that their name was Francisca, but you know what? We can have a guy named Francisca.
We could have
the
multiple
nurse.
nurses too.
That's
you know,
true. There could be
Jims and
Francisca
stuff.
and Jim. So
Or
yeah.
alternate days. That's also like
Yes,
something
that's
that
a good
actual
point.
camps that I've been
Most
to
camps,
do.
most camps do that. I went to a very small camp that had like maybe 50 people. So we had a single nurse, but yes, that makes a lot more sense. So maybe Jim is on duty today. And I want to say that Jim and Francisca have had kind of this like friendly rivalry going on that gets a little bit intense sometimes about like the camp color war that happens. So like at the end of the last week, like the last week is this huge spirit week, and they divide the campers up into these two colors.
Red and blue team.
Yeah, exactly.
Can it be
Red team and blue
Can it be
team.
purple? Can it be purple?
It is always red and always blue. And they get this rivalry
so that's
thing.
why the cheerleaders got both.
Oh, that works. I like it. But yeah, they get kind of a bit of a rivalry going sometimes that they have to be reminded they can tone it down.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I
just I was swimming and I hit my face. Can I just get like a little, I think my nose might be broken. Can I just get some first aid, please? I'm sure they'll just like take me into the back room and give me a little patch up kind of thing. Some ibuprofen, because I'm old enough to have signed my own consent for the camp nurse to give me ibuprofen form. Like a little ice pack.
I think at one point, just as Jim is, sort of like sterilizing the scrapes and abrasions, instead of that overpowering alcohol medical smell, you get the smell of the lake water for a second again, almost like it's like stuck in your sinuses for a moment, but then it's gone before it even finishes registering.
This lake. I have so many questions.
How did you say you got this injury again? It looks really, ugh.
Well, I was swimming over where Billy and Martin were. Well, I thought they were. Maybe they were in the camp this whole time. Maybe I have double vision right now. Or maybe...
I think they're here too. You see them sitting like in a back corner on a bunk, just like holding like a lollipop, swinging their legs.
Oh my god. They're
All right,
here.
dear, just keep your eyes on me for a second, real quick.
Well, I was swimming over to where I thought they were because Joe had said that they needed help finding the kids. And then I decided that I just needed to take a quick dunk under the water, and I found this piece of wood. It turned out to be a door to something. I thought it was, just like a old box or something that had submerged under the lake. And I opened it up, and then I don't want her to get in trouble.
Eyes up here. Go on.
Okay, well, I don't want anybody to get in trouble, but I came out and I think I scared Bev a lot. And she kind of punched me in the face. Really strong. She's really muscular. It's like, whew. I'm always impressed. I'm definitely more of the synchronized swimming kind of person for muscles, not cheerleading, punch, kick, fuck shit up. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to say fuck while I'm working. I mean,
all right. We'll chalk it up to the head injury. Just hold this to your face and lay down for a minute.
Okay.
Also, Anna, I think you get a token because that definitely respects my body autonomy.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Should we actually repeat what our lures are, maybe, so we all just
let's
remember
go
what
ahead
they
and do
are
that.
and we can make better use of them? Because that's a handy thing to keep in mind if we're going to
It
keep
really is. Good
invoking
idea.
the lindworm on
As
each
much
other.
as we are.
So yeah, just for the people that are watching, the lures are always that different character interactions happen that will affect what our lures are, and they give us tokens. We can spend tokens in order to take strong moves, which is something that changes the story in a positive way for the counselors. So usually a strong move is doing a special ritual or redirecting the harm that the lindworm tries to cause so that it's non-lethal or directed towards something else. And we basically get different tokens for validating each other's character types.
Or you can use it like I did to do a cool flip.
Yes, you can also use it to do cool moves. So my lore is that every time somebody questions my eccentric worldview, they get a token. So I think maybe Bev, you get that from the what's that you're doing? Are you meditating or something like that? So you take a token for that, because I forgot to mention it at the time. But question my eccentric worldview, and you too can take strong moves.
And you too could be the proud owner of a token. Joe's lure is that every time someone acknowledges what they can learn from me, they get a token. So, bask.
Ty is every time someone asks you for your help to stay afloat, they gain a token.
Ooh.
And Orlantha's is every time someone runs to your woods to escape a problem, they get a token.
Will Billy and Martin get tokens?
Oh, jeez, do we give the children tokens? I don't like it. No.
No. They're only for the PCs. I don't think Billy and Martin need our help. I think they're doing just
Must
fine.
be old enough to drive to get a token.
Oh, man.
If Martin presses the gas, I can steer the car.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, Joe's like, I get my learner's permit in 2 weeks.
I got my JDL.
Yes.
You don't have to actually drive. You just have to be old enough to drive.
It's true. It's true.
You qualify, Joe. You're valid.
Okay.
You punched her in the face?
To be fair, I didn't know it was her. Someone was
Listen.
creepily coming out of a door. What am I supposed to do? Not punch them?
When I gave you those brass knuckles, you were supposed to use them in self-defense. You said that you were scared when you were alone. You can't go punching camp counselors in the face.
I'm sorry.
People are going to find out that I gave you brass knuckles.
Hit them in my pom-poms. No one can see them, Jim.
The words thug life are imprinted permanently on her forehead, Beverly.
Look, she pulls it off.
We can't hide that. If this happens again, I have to take them from you, or we have to file a police report.
No. Okay, we can neither. It's fine. I've only punched 2 people with it. It's fine.
Who was the other one?
I am going to use my move of I think it's a weak move of ignoring the conversation or something like that.
Oh my god, nice.
Reject the moment where you could open up and instead bottle your feelings. That doesn't matter. What matters is the fact we need to get you a headband to cover thug life. No one can see that.
It's okay. I'm sure it's gonna fade after a while.
Right.
It's alright.
It's okay. Besides,
They're just kind of like slowly falling asleep after the adrenaline is wearing off a little bit and getting kind of drowsy.
All right, well,
sorry.
just be careful, okay?
I'll do better. I want to help people with it. That was what. Sorry.
Right. Well, Mossy, dear, you feeling all right? Are you still alive, please?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
We should really
All
get
right,
that
well.
thing checked out at the lake, though.
Yes.
Somebody could get hurt.
What thing? What do you? You know what? It's fine. I'll send someone. It's fine. Why don't you guys? It's almost lunchtime. Why don't you guys head to the mess hall? Change those in about an hour.
You
Get some
got
fresh
it, nurse.
gauze on there. Here, you know what? Take these with you. Take this gauze. In an hour, just replace it. Make sure it's not bleeding anymore.
They'll just stuff them into the sort of loose, baggy pockets sewn onto the outside of the shorts.
All right, well, go on now. And he'll look at Beverly and just...
I'll go with her to make sure she's okay. Talk to you later, Jim. Bye.
Could have been an accountant.
Oh man, now I feel like I'm back at camp. Jeez.
Seriously, though. With that, I actually think that might be a good time to take a break as we send everybody off to lunch with the campers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, take a break. Remember to stretch, hydrate yourself, get yourself a snack if you're hungry, and donate to the Trevor Project and the Bale Project if you can, because this weird summer camp is doing more than just mess up Mossy's face.
I'm sorry, Mossy.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a good point to take a break, but also I gotta pee, so
Do
I'll
we
be
still
right
need
back.
to go totally offline again, Abby, or?
Stream looks good on my end. Says we'll be right back.
Yeah, I've got 690 for the resolution. I'm afraid if we go up like high again though, we'll have the issue where people can't watch on mobile like that.
We can still hear you guys. They can still hear us. They can hear us. Hi.
Hello.
are back from our break with the latter half of our Sleepaway horror tabletop RPG installment here. Just as a reminder, if you are just now joining us or you came in halfway through the stream, because this is a horror RPG, this does contain some content warnings for things like violence, body horror, gore, and child and animal endangerment. Just so you have that information, it's also posting periodically in our chat, as is information on how you can donate to the great organizations that we are raising money for today. We are raising money for the Trevor Project, which does advocacy and assistance for LGBTQ youth and their families, and also the Bail Project, which is doing great work right now, helping people on the ground at Black Lives Matter protests, both now and for many other projects. So you can check them out as well with the links in the chat. So when last we had left off, the mysterious multiplication of the campers, Billy and, now I'm forgetting the next kid's name, Billy and Martin. Why? My brain, why are you doing this to me? Not only are they multiplying, but they're also currently erasing themselves from my short-term memory. Have been showing up at multiple locations across the camp. Mossy, our crafter, arts and crafts / magic person, found a weird portal door, as did Bev. They collided in a rather dramatic way at the intersection of those two portal doors. Our ropes master, Orlantha, had emerged from the woods because suspecting that mysterious things would be going on at this camp, and Joe had suggested that we all, I believe, go to the nurse's office and then get some lunch with our campers. So, what would we like to do next?
I guess the question is, do we want to start like right after lunch, or do we want to move into like the early evening, where things are starting to the sun's starting to set, starting a little bit darker?
I think maybe kind of as a distraction so we can investigate things a little bit better, we decide to have a movie night with the kids, and we can just set them all up in, the mess hall with some of the other counselors and the CITs, and, they'll all be nice and safe in one place. One place, all together. Totally good idea.
I think the camp director is going to be there. It'll be a great
Yes, Wolfgang, right?
Yeah, camp director
Wolfgang, the camp director.
Yes.
I've realized that's a name that is an NPC name in almost every single game that I play, and I'm just like, this is the legacy that I leave. I only played in games where a Wolfgang was present. No Wolfgang, no game.
Like, how on the nose is director though? Is he really hairy and constantly like how, or is he just like a normal dude?
I think he's just a dude.
Yeah.
I think he's just a dude, yeah. I think maybe he probably had a long hair, not a phase, but a long hair period, let's call it, for a while, where he would have it all decorated and flower crowny for a while, but since decided to check out some short hair, some shaved side kind of things.
Oh, nice.
Good old
He's rocking
Wolfgang.
it.
I think he's been promising the campers, if they can do some amazing camp thing. We don't have to decide what it is right now, but if they can do some amazing camp thing, he'll make it into a mohawk. But so far, nobody has done it yet.
Oh, maybe it's they have to collect a certain number of points. When kids are good, we give them a camp point, and if they hit 500 camp points, they can spray paint his mohawk.
Yes, then he'll get a mohawk.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, no, we have to beat the rival camp guys.
Now we know why Billy and Martin are multiplying. It's all to gain that camp point system. No. So we've got the campers settling in for a little bit of a movie night.
I think storming up towards you guys at this point would be a very bewildered and angry Ty at this point. And he'll clock Mossy, I guess, from across the field here and run up screaming your name. Mossy, what the hell?
And that's when Orlantha just kind of turns and walks away.
Right, oh boy.
Peace.
What do you mean, what the hell? I'm okay. We just went to the nurse's office. It's fine. She's got one
You
of the,
dive
like,
under the water and you stay there for minutes on end? What the hell were you thinking?
I didn't stay anywhere. I just wound up on that path to the old kissing grove. Gosh.
I was on
Yeah,
the
it
tower
was-
and I watched you walk into the water and stay down there.
But I didn't. I stayed there, but then I opened the door. Thought it was just a box that y'all had forgotten to pull out of the riverbed, and I went through it.
What
And
door?
I came out on the. There's a door down there. There's a door underneath the lake, and it's just so that I don't know. Like it led out to the road that goes to the kissing grove, and the next thing I know, Bev punched me in the face. Didn't mean to hurt me or anything. I kind of just sprung out on her and surprised her. But there's something down there at the bottom. It was right after I saw Billy and Martin, and then I felt this thing brush against my hand, and I wanted to check it out. It was a door. I don't know why you're making such a big deal about this.
I swam around down there for 20 minutes looking for you. You submerged yourself in the lake knowing that it's dangerous. I can't believe they let you be in charge of children. And I just want to make a point of saying that one of my weak moves is to lose my temper at someone and ruin that friendship.
Oh,
So I'm gonna come at you pretty hard here.
that's fine. I figured that was what you were going for.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen somebody do, Mossy, and I cannot believe for the life of me why they put you in charge of kids.
Well, if you were so worried about safety, then how come you didn't call anyone after you were swimming around for 20 minutes? You know that we're supposed to go get the camp director, go get the people that are in charge of safety. You know, something
Because
bad could
Joe
happen to
called me
those
as soon as I got back. Joe called me. She called me and told me that you were walking around with some sort of dent in your forehead because Bev and her wild pom-poms swing at you.
Wait, you were on your cell phone while you were on duty? Ty,
No,
you know that that's a terrible way to be responsible. You think they can't let me be in charge of children, and you're freaking texting Joe while there are kids swimming and multiplying in the lake.
I ran back to the tower. I went underwater. I found this stupid fucking box, and I went back to the tower. Joe called me and told me you were almost dead and somewhere else, and fucking forget it. And I put the box like in your hand.
Hear, like the gasp of a child at the F-bomb just like a little ways off.
And I shoved the box in your hands, and I
Can
march
I
off.
invite the Lindworm before you walk off?
Oh no!
Oh, jeez. Nephi like has the best sense of timing, or possibly the worst.
It's the best.
All right, let's hope we don't kill the stream again with the Lindworm. The
Yeah, right.
10 of diamonds. Ooh.
Have we gotten a diamond yet?
We got
No.
one. We got the 3 and the 7.
Okay, I thought we had a
They were a little more vague. This is maybe a little more intense. We've got fields thick with noxious mud, festering wounds, rabbits with black bile.
As he turns away to like storm off, he like kicks at the dirt and doesn't see that there's like a corpse of a bunny on the ground and just scatters this everywhere, accidentally on some like kids nearby.
Oh no!
You can hear some of the other counselors just doing that. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. And they're like, everybody, we're going to move the movie night inside because the field has just suddenly like gotten all gross and nasty with this like smell of rotting grass, and it's turning really swampy, like almost like it's been flooded with a bunch of that like black ichor that came shooting up out of the box into the place where Bev was, and the kids are like, ew, it's so sticky. And then some of them are obviously just like slinging mud at each other, like, mud fight. And so the counselors are ushering them back inside.
God. All right, you guys come with me inside. We'll get you cleaned up. God damn it.
Wait.
I'm sorry. Come on. It's all right. It'll be fine. Just
bad
quit.
word. Just like
I'm gonna be like, no, you know what? It's very important that you listen to Mixed Joe because they are in charge of making sure that all of the campers are safe. So when they want you to do something, you do it, all right?
Okay.
And that was me attempting to respect you and your autonomy to give you a token of like, kids, listen up to Mixed Joe and do what they say. Also, because I'm covered in dead rabbit guts, so like I don't want them to look at me. I'm like, go.
Don't look at me.
Ty's just gonna glower at you, Mossy. Joe, would you help me out with this? Do you know how to get? What is this all over them?
Oh, well, I mean, some club soda will get pretty much anything out, and I think I've got some Tide sticks actually. Let's get everybody inside for movie night, and then we can get the first aid kit's got a lot of stuff like that. Come on, kids, come on. Hey, Alice, can you come help out, please? I'm just really picking on Alice tonight, I guess.
Tide pets, yeah.
Like, I'll come back and be like, so do you? This is kind of new, right? And I like nudge the gross piles that are scattered, because I imagine sort of as we look around, we notice now there's a lot more like small life, like rodent life scattered throughout just this field and stuff. So this is new.
Maybe it was set up here for movie night. Just forget it. It's whatever.
Why would they set up a bunch of dead animals for movie night? Also, here's your lifeguard thingy.
Thanks. And I don't know. Maybe they're not real. They don't look real, and he picks one up.
No, I'm pretty sure that's real.
And he like shakes it, and like it just comes loose because it's an old carcass, and it's like. And he drops it in disgust, and it's like, oh my god, oh, it's on my freaking hands.
I should have thought of that before you threw a box full of dead animal parts at me.
I didn't think it was real, Thug Life.
Hey, you're supposed to keep that down. You're supposed to keep that down. And I push the her handkerchief down further so it covers it.
You know what? Who's got some scissors? Give me some scissors. And the bossy is just gonna like find. One pair of scissors appears. I'm just gonna like whoop some hair in front of their face and then like hack off the worst self-administered bangs fringe haircut that is totally uneven and all messed up and probably really sticky with all of these like
I'm in this picture and I don't like
bits. Just be like, you
sweetie,
happy now?
Sweetie, no, sweetie. Oh. Let's go to the bathroom. I'll fix this. Let's go. And I'm gonna like lead her away to try to help her hair.
Oh my god, every girl goes through their bangs phase, and you had to do it right now.
Not the time.
You poor little bean. No.
We didn't even need to invite the Lindworm to create horror.
Right?
Yeah, actually, it's 12 of diamonds, or a king of diamonds is just bangs.
Why is Mossy just having the worst time? Oh.
So once everyone gets inside, we cut to just off in the distance, off the field, and there's something kind of dog-like, wolf-like, but not quite, just watching, and then we move on from there.
That's fine, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, your hair isn't fine. And I'm like trying to like snip it, trying to place it. Okay, all right, let's see what we can do. You know, have you ever considered bald? I think we could really make that work for you. We can just get like a cool headscarf. I think that might be a good direction for you. Well, what do you think, Mossy?
Maybe let's just keep with one dramatic hair thing at a time for right now.
I'm just trying to make this look a little better.
utterly defeated. Like the light has just gone out of their eyes, and they
Let's
feel
see,
just
do I have
really
a move
horrible.
to help with this?
Yeah,
With
I mean,
bangs.
yeah. Let's see.
Do I
Let's
have
see.
anything that
An
I can
athlete
do?
got.
Get out of harm's way, perform a feat of mythical physical ability. Can I say that I like cartwheel around while fixing your hair? So it's a feat of mythical physical ability, but it's also making it look good. And I'm like, this is the Jennifer technique. I was taught this by my old cheer captain. And if your hair ever looks bad, if you have this moment, this is how you do it. And I just take the scissors and I cartwheel around fixing little bits and ends. And yeah, the bangs look good. I'm gonna spend a token to make your bangs look
That was a
pretty.
good
I
use of
love
a
that.
token.
Thanks. Thanks.
Also,
It says realistic fiction can't have high fantasy.
I know, right? Well, you know, it's the weird summer camp way.
Also, I have a question for you. Things were like
Mhm.
super tense between you and Ty, and I found his little whistle in the kissing grove. You want to comment on that? You want to comment on that, Mossy?
I'm gonna spend a token to take the strong move, have a conversation defined by pure honesty. So that's what we're gonna get. Yeah, about that. It was there because we were there together for a while,
Ooh,
more than once.
more than how many times?
3 times. 2 times last summer, and 1 time right before all of camp started.
So, are you guys like a thing?
You know, I kind of thought that maybe we would be, but I don't know if Ty actually feels that way about me. Ty seems to have this very like cavalier attitude toward a lot of things. And I know it might not seem like I take all of this super seriously because I like to just go with the flow or whatever, but I don't know. I kind of was hoping that maybe this could become something that was real to both of us, but I think it was mostly just real to me.
Yeah, people don't really react that angrily and that terror. They usually don't spend 20 minutes searching and then have a pent up rage fest over someone they don't really care about, you know?
Well, yeah.
Like, everyone could feel the tension between you two. Not that arguing is like, you know, a good thing in relationships, but most of my friends argue with their partners. I'm like in high school, so.
I'm like, oh, you sweet summer child. I'm like, oh God, no, I didn't mean like become partners or something like that, but I don't know. So you also know how like Ty got kicked out of the woods that time?
Yeah, everyone's talking about it. There's a betting pool on what he did.
There was an incident that led to the first time we had like a big argument like that, and I don't know, something just kind of changed. I thought maybe it's a new year, might start back up again, but I don't know.
You should just like confess. You have amazing bone structure and this new haircut really looks good. I think you got this.
Thanks. That's
Yeah.
that's really nice of you, Bev. That's really
I'm really
nice of you,
sorry
Bev.
for punching your face in.
It's okay. Well, I'll be all right. I mean, got this thing already. And then they sort of like gesture towards the scar. What's a little like slightly crooked nose gonna do? I think it's just gonna make me look like I'm mysterious and full of cool stories, maybe.
Yeah, totally. You're gonna have this like badass mystery vibe to you.
Yeah, I like that. I like the mystery vibe. Don't know about badass too much, but mystery vibe sounds good.
And then I just give you a hug.
No, I hug you back. I just hug you back.
During the hug, you hear just in the distance the crackling plastic as Joe has already taken like a giant big like black trash bag, you know, like one of the big like lawn work ones, and is like, oh, this is so gross. And I'm like trying to clean up the mess in the field. But I'm kind of making my way like further out from everybody because I have a weak move, which is taking action and leaving everybody else potentially vulnerable. So I'm just gonna be like making my way, I think, sort of in the direction of that dog-like creature that not everybody necessarily saw.
Ooh, dog-like creature.
Ooh, scary.
This is disgusting. I don't even know what this was. Was this a rabbit or a squirrel? Oh my god, do we even have those around here? You just hear my squeaky voice getting like a little bit further into the night.
I text you immediately. I just call you immediately. Like, modern day, modern solution, you guys.
Hey, Bev. I'm just working on some cleaning up. Don't worry. You should, go make sure the kids are okay because, I mean, maybe the movie's gonna be too scary for them. So,
what movie did you pick?
Oh, I didn't pick it. Alice did. So I'm not even sure what it is. Some like
why
really
did you
old,
trust
like...
Alice with anything? Ugh.
Like, oh, I'm sad in the field for a minute.
Joe, look, I'm worried about you being there by yourself. Can you take one of the others?
Right back. I just, this is really, really gross, and I don't think it should stay out here any longer. Like, what if one of the other kids, like, slips on it and falls? A lot of them already got, like, stains in their clothes, and you just know their parents are gonna be all upset that their things got ruined, and I don't want to get yelled at.
I think then, like, the phone line dies right in the middle of the conversation.
I don't notice for, like, most of the rest of that conversation.
you just keep talking.
Yeah, and then, there was that one time when, like, Joey had that stain, and then, Mrs. Gunderson called, and she was really, really mad, and, hello, Beverly? Oh.
I think that's about when the wolf thing steps out from the brush. It looks like a wolf, but it's calm, it's quiet, and you can see places where like the fur has started to fall away, and places where like the muscle is gone, and you can see the bone through, and like you look carefully, and like it is definitely not breathing, and it's just kind of staring.
Oh no! Are the animals sick or something? Just sort of like looking around, trying to like maybe like the new pesticides this season are like messing up with the animal life in the camp. And they're just like, oh hey doggy, just gonna start heading back. If you're hungry, I'll throw you some leftovers. And Joe starts kind of backing away.
I think that
not breathing, but definitely making a noise out of like almost a low growl. You can see the saliva like dripping from its teeth as the mouth kind of hangs open. As it's just kind of it's not heaving, the lungs aren't inflating, but there's definitely a growl sound that sounds off coming from it.
Hey guys! Like slowly raising my voice a little bit gradually. Hey, it's Joe, I'm over here. I think there's something out here. Make sure the kids are inside.
I'd like to invite the lindworm at this point.
Okay,
Nice.
all right, cool.
I had a feeling that was coming. 4 of diamonds.
So much
Uncertainty. A dark cloud overhead. A scar that you don't know where it came from.
Whoa!
Dun, dun, dun.
Are we gonna know the origins of our scars?
No, I think sort of like,
Ooh.
oh man. So as Joe's kind of backing away, I think that scar that we all have, we all sort of feel like a twinge, like the muscles are suddenly. It's like this forgotten memory of when we got it. And we all just get a flash of this weird sort of undead wolf-like dog creature thing. And Joe's just gonna, oh man, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna spend a token to do something that I didn't think I was capable of doing. Because right now Joe is very scared and concerned for their campers and their fellow counselors. So I've got that big old bag of dead corpses I've been scooping up. And Joe, who's kind of like lanky and tall, you know, they're a teenager still sort of growing into themselves, and they're just gonna sort of like panic, like whack swing it towards the wolf and like wolf creature thing, and like smack it in the face and use that moment to start dashing back to the others. Like just like, hey, there's something out here.
That's my younger sibling, and my parents are gonna kill me if Joe gets hurt. So I'm gonna run forward to meet you with my pom-poms ready.
And by the time Bev gets out there, the wolf is gone.
What are you yelling about? There's nothing here.
Oh, did you see this animal thing? It was like this big dog, except it wasn't a dog. It looked like it was like Inside Out or something. It was really wild, and it was like staring at me, and it wasn't breathing, but it was growling at me. So it must have been breathing, because I mean, you can't growl if you're not breathing, and I mean that would just be silly otherwise. And I threw the bag of bunny bodies at it, and then I guess it ran away while I ran away.
Joe, let's get you inside.
No, I didn't see anything, but I felt it. Did you? Yeah. Weird.
It reminded me kind of something, but I don't know what.
Yeah, I feel that too.
I have an idea, but I don't think we're gonna like it, and I do not want to have to be the person that tries to convince Ty.
I'll do it. I want to meddle in your relationship so bad.
It's not a relationship,
with
okay?
Ty?
Oh my god, Joe!
Oh
Joe,
my
Joe,
God,
Joe!
no,
So
I
cute. They're
don't.
totally into each other. They've been to Secret Kissing Grove 3 times.
We had
3
a
times?
thing.
Wow, you're whoa.
I know, they're like
It's-
practically dating.
Oh
Don't
my
worry.
god.
If
I
you guys
didn't
get
already
married,
have...
it's just so be at the camp.
Oh, that would be neat.
No!
Do you think Wolfgang
Oh my
could like
God.
officiate?
Oh my god, Wolfgang would be
No!
perfect for that!
No! We're not getting married. We're not getting married. We are not in a relationship. There's nothing happening here, okay? There's nothing happening here. I'm pretty sure that Ty doesn't even want to just be friends with me after all that bullshit.
Like I
Sorry,
told you,
Joe.
literally all of my friends' partners act that way. It's fine. That just means
How old are you? Like 12?
you guys.
Oh, camp.
Yes,
Those are the
drama.
days.
I like how the camper setting element is the one that introduces the drama, and like the campers pushed us to this break here. No, we are not in a relationship. No, you please
Not
stop
yet.
saying that. We just are gonna go, and I have an idea. I think maybe it has something to do with that place where the fire pit used to be, where we all got these scars. But I'm not sure, and I don't want to go there by myself. The thing I think, if it works the way that I think it does, we're gonna need more than just a couple of people to pull it off, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Who else can we ask? I mean, I guess we need to get Ty, right?
Oh, totally. 100%.
Oh my god. Anyway, I think that it was something that Orlantha said earlier about the woods and something strange that, I don't know, that made me want to go into the lake. and see what was going on there.
Oh.
I don't know, but
Billy and Martin mentions the woods too.
maybe we should go there. Orlana is really wise. We can always ask them if they have any advice, because I don't know what to
really
do.
good too. So I mean, if we're gonna be going off into the woods, we should get them. I'll go get them. Bev, did you wanna go get Ty?
Oh yeah, I'll totally go get Ty.
I think giggling over Ty and Mossy is the most any of you would have like seen Beverly and Joe like getting along actively.
The character is annoyed, but Anna, the player, as the oldest sibling, is very pleased that I was able to facilitate this bonding moment, even if I'm cringing remembering aspects of my own life. It's like, well, that's what we call character bleed, folks.
Relatable. Finishing up wiping off a kid inside on the face, inside the mess hall, I'll grab one of like the lunchbox cooling packs, the what ice packs. What do you people call them? What
Ice pack.
Ice packs, sure. I'll grab one of those and like crack it, and I'll start heading back outside. All right, they're clean, free of all the rabbit viscera and gross.
Is that so? Cool. I think were we meeting at the woods or the fire pit? I kind of zoned out. Which one were we meeting at? Out of character.
I don't remember. What did we actually decide?
On the
We
woods or the
didn't.
Well, we said we were meeting in the mess hall, but the movie's in there now.
Oh
so.
no, we're meeting somewhere else now. And I'm supposed to take you. Okay. So I actually don't know where. Let me text them. Where are we going? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I have Ty now. Winky face, winky face.
Oh boy. I'm going to do my regular move, listen to the magic, and follow what it says. And the magic says we're meeting at the woods, just near the entrance to the ropes course.
Okay. And I'll relay that to Ty, but I'm also gonna be like, so what's going on with you and Mossy? That tension was so thick.
She tried to fucking... I look around to make sure there aren't any kids this time. It looked like she tried to drown herself.
No, not that part. The part like where you guys were yelling at each other, but like looking at each other with love at the same time. That's the part I'm interested in.
I mean...
I know you've been to the Secret Kissing Grove with someone. I think it's Mossy. Is it Mossy? It is Mossy, isn't it? It's Mossy!
I just start walking and I head over to like start moving towards the woods.
Oh my gosh, okay, so my friend Brittany, right? She was really into this girl, Janelle, and we did this whole thing which we helped get them together. I could totally do that for you and Mossy if you want. You guys would be super cute together. You should see her new haircut. It looks so good on her. You should totally tell her how hot she looks when she comes out. You should totally do that.
I'd like to invite the Lindworm into the space.
The eldritch horror of hormones.
I imagine that
to play.
I imagine it's Ty inviting the Lindworm right now.
Let's see, that makes 31 tokens for a tie.
Oh, this is interesting. It's the Two of Hearts, which stands for young love.
Oh, come on.
Oh my god! All right, y'all. As a tarot reader, this is perfect.
And speaking up, and a hollow sense of unease.
Ty will stop walking before reaching the woods and saying, listen, if you stop Dino barking at me,
What?
I will tell you.
What's a Dino bark?
The Flintstones, he was the dinosaur. Never mind, it's not important. God damn it, Beverly. Yes, I went in the Kissing Grove with Mossy. But girls are really hard to read, and...
Oh my gosh, she likes you. You like her. Get together already.
No, nobody. No girl our age likes it when guys just tell them their feelings. We have to be
Yes, they
broody and
do!
dark about it.
What? Oh my god, you're so stupid. Why are guys the stupidest? Just tell her how you feel. Literally, all of my friends are always like, oh, I wish my boyfriend would tell me what he thinks about me. I just want us to have cute little moments like that. But he's always like, and then it's so on and off. And then they fall apart and then they get back together. And it's a whole boring, awful thing. Just tell her how you feel.
This isn't a movie, Beverly, all right? This isn't some teen drama constructed by 6 people who eventually are going to tie a neat little bow on this at the end, all right? Things don't work like that in the real life.
I mean, they can. You're the one who's stopping it. Why? Why are you
They
so
seldom
afraid?
do.
Why are you so afraid? What's the worst that can happen? If you're not even giving it a chance. Why?
Because I don't even remember, like, the entirety of last year being here. And she came up to me this year and was all happy-go-lucky. And she's really pretty, and I can't say no to her. She's nice. But I can't remember anything from last year. I don't remember any of it. I don't remember coming here. I don't remember anything we did. I don't remember going home. And I can't tell her that.
Why? Just
Because
say
you
I
don't tell, nobody ever tells the truth. That's the whole point of being a teen, Beverly.
Yeah.
You're supposed to lie all the time, and people are supposed to think you're cool, and I'm the fucking lifeguard, so I have to be extra stone face.
I think it's kind of lame how much you're trying to hide everything. I don't think it's really cool.
Whatever. I'm bringing her an ice pack for her stupid face.
She has amazing bone structure, and you should tell her.
Oh my God, why do I talk to you? And I turn around and start heading back towards the woods.
Thank you, Lindworm, for shipping this.
You're welcome.
Ships it confirmed.
Okay, so I'm on my way to the woods. I guess maybe Joe and I are walking along there together as we go. So, ropes course. Fun place to try new things and stuff.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean, I always liked hanging out there, you know. Orlantha's really nice and doesn't laugh at you when you mess up too much. So
Yeah, I kind of do that a lot these days, apparently.
are you okay?
I think so. I will be. I don't know. I'm just figuring some stuff out, you know?
You
Stuff
pass a
that's
tree that's been split in half by lightning that's held together really tightly with rope.
Oh, well, that's neat.
That wasn't there before. I don't think.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Orlantha did it this afternoon or something.
We should definitely go ask them, because, like, I'm kind of curious if they're using it for, like, I don't know, a ritual or something. Maybe they're using it as a way to protect the ropes course from danger.
Ritual?
Yeah, like, you know, you do something really intentionally and you just put that stuff out into the universe and maybe it comes back. Hopefully in a good way, sometimes in a bad way.
Well, why do you do it if it could go so bad?
Well, I'm not saying I would do it if it was going to go bad, but
But how do you know?
you don't really, okay? Like, the thing about it is that the magic is always, it's always true, but sometimes, you know how they say the truth hurts?
Yeah.
And sometimes it means that truth hurts.
I think you should talk to Ty about how you feel.
What? Nope, just ignoring.
Because they're just like, the truth hurts, huh?
I think they just sort of like sigh very heavily and be like, oh, look, we're at the ropes course at last.
I want to use the woods move to bring people together and say that right near the entrance to the ropes course is where the oldest cabin in the camp is, and you can see the lights are on inside.
Ooh. I think
hanging out here instead of coming to movie night, because I mean, I know they like get away with a lot of stuff because they've been here for so long, but like they should have been at movie night.
Well, you know, they have a lot of work to do when it comes to resetting everything. Maybe they just didn't want to make that long trek over the
Oh, maybe they were fixing the tree.
That's true. Maybe they were.
You know,
maybe it was like blocking the path or something, and I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go up and open that door.
And it is Orlantha inside.
Oh, hey, we were just talking about you.
They look up and they nod towards a book they have open in front of them. It looks like it's an old yearbook from one of the previous camp years. It looks really old. And they point forward towards one of the pictures. And despite the book clearly being from like the 70s or maybe even older, that's Billy and Martin right there in that picture.
Oh my god, that's so good!
We're so good at setting the scary stuff up. Ooh, sorry.
Joe, however, is like, whoop. So they're just like, oh wow, I didn't know Billy and Martin's dads came to the camp too. That's really neat, because we've established as we built this thing, this is a legacy camp. Like a lot of families send their children here. So
yep, it is a very family-oriented camp.
Oh wow.
Hideaway.
It's them.
Yeah. That's not Billy and Martin's dads. That's Billy and Martin.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, we just saw them at the movie night, and they would be like, I mean, no offense, Orlantha, but they would be really, really old if that was them.
They died 60 years ago.
What?
They died 60 years ago.
Wait, how do you know that?
Well, there's more books that come over and they're referencing 2 pages and like incident here, young Billy and Martin died facing down the Nightmare King.
The Nightmare King?
Okay, that sounds like a really cool like game in the field though. I mean, we haven't played that before.
I think maybe there's some games that you just don't play, Joe.
I think at this point we hear growing closer the bickering voices of Bev and Ty coming through the woods to join.
Oh my gosh, you're so lame! Stop holding in your feelings!
Shut up, Bev!
Just birds go flying in the night. I guess the others are here.
Yes, all 5.
What do you know about this? I don't know. King, what was it?
Nightmare King.
Nightmare King.
Is that
Did they not teach you anything anymore? Didn't they cover this at like orientation?
Nope, and I've been a counselor here for like 3 summers now. I don't know anything about this.
I know all the updated Foursquare, tournament rules and stuff for the ceremonies at the end of the camp, but I don't know anything about Night Hill, Nightmare King. Oh, it's a game! I'll teach you! You'll be really good at it.
What did I go to? That was an orientation.
Yeah.
Go get them in here. Orlantha goes off and
how you feel. Just do it. Just do it.
No, shut up, Beth. Hi, guys. Hey, sorry.
Hey.
Hi.
Look, we found this creepy old book that Orlantha had. Come and look, come and look, come and look. It's Billy and Martin, except I don't
Billy
know if
and
it's really
Martin.
Billy and Martin. I don't
Right?
know.
The Billy and
Oh
Martin
my
are back in the...
god.
That's what I said.
What was that
Hey,
you were
Dad.
telling me about echoes and like things from the past coming back? Yeah, reflections, right. That's why I went down to the lake. I went down to the lake because Orlantha mentioned something about listening and looking for these reflections of like the past or like other lives or something. And so I was just swimming in it, thinking about it. And then that's when I found the door.
Maybe you
And
should
then
stop thinking so much. I never think, and it works out great for me.
You just have to open your mind to different possibilities. It's very important.
I think the one possibility is my fists and my pom-poms. And if you get too close, well, you already saw what happened.
Yeah.
Speaking of, how hard did you hit her? You're talking like a crazy person. Here, and I toss the ice pack to you.
Thanks.
What happens when you hold a mirror up to another mirror?
You get all dizzy.
Yeah.
What is the sound of one hand clapping alone in the woods? Are you what are you talking about?
I'm saying that there are certain forces that work in this camp, and that those certain forces, when they come into correlation with each other, have certain effects, and that those certain effects tend not to be great for the people involved.
And I would like to invite the Lindworm.
Oh! That is the ideal timing.
Oh my goodness, this is giving me little goosebumps, not gonna lie. Let me find the page. You've got the Queen of the Diamonds.
Uh-oh.
Scary.
Fog obscuring, people missing within the heavy mists. Whew.
I think this would be about when, maybe Orlantha or anybody else who's, maybe feeling a little bit more jumpy. Joe definitely would not notice this. Looks out the windows now of the cabin, and there's definitely a cool, thick fog that's rolled in. And every now and then when you blink, you think you see maybe like a four-legged shape race across through where the moonlight is drifting through the trees and catching these swirls. But it must have just been, your imagination, I'm sure.
Somebody leave the fog machine on outside?
There is
Have a
no
fog
fog
machine
machine
this
out in
year?
the middle of the woods. We took it to arts and crafts so that we could keep it under wraps until it's time for skits.
Well, then what the hell is going on out there? And Ty will step outside. He'll open the door and like walk out into the fog.
Hey,
Wait.
Mossy, you should go with him. Buddy system,
I
remember?
don't
Buddy
think
system's really important, actually.
So important.
buddy system
so
is important, but I think we should stay. I don't think we should go out into this fog. Not yet. I don't think that it wants us to go there. Ty,
Well,
I think we
Ty's-
should
Ty's
come back
already-
inside.
He's already, like...
Are you like
halfway.
out walking into it?
Like I took several, yeah, I'm like a few yards into the fog.
Bold and
Okay. Oh
decisive
my
action.
god. Okay.
Buddy system.
All right, but you know what? Buddy system means that it isn't just me going out and finding him. We all go. We do this together, and we're doing it as a group.
Fine.
We wanted us all to get here together in the first place, but we really need to know what we're getting into before we just wander out into the fog with no plan and no way of getting back.
We don't need a plan. We have these. Let's go.
One moment. Orlantha walks over towards an old like footlocker, flips it open, and inside are like all sorts of weird objects. Kind of hard to place what exactly they all are. And they pull out what looks to be like a bracelet that's made out of silver. One of you take this. Silver is useful now. Probably, Bev, you're fine.
Yeah, Joe. If I could suggest anyone, I would want Joe to have it. If Joe dies, my parents are gonna give me like a huge lecture. It's not because I care, but you know.
That's true, and Mossy does have the magic.
I do.
Joe?
Always have the magic.
Man, I'm sure it'll be fine, but it's really pretty. Thank you, Orlantha.
Place it on, and it'll keep you safe.
Okay, I'll put it on, and I'll be like, it'll be fine as long as we all stick together. And they'll nervously sort of reach out actually and grab Beverly's hand as we're heading out into the fog.
You don't have to worry, kiddo. I won't let anything happen to you.
I know. You just feel a little squeeze.
Oh, siblings.
I think from out in the distance, you'd probably be like, "Is anyone there? Is anyone there? Is anyone there? Hello?"
Oh,
Hello?
that's unwise.
Shh.
Very unwise.
The laughter sounds a lot like Martin, doesn't it?
And I think we start to hear the na 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 na, but mixed in with the sort of like kid sing-songy voice. It's like a cacophony of adult-sounding voices. Some are a little bit deeper, richer in tone. Some are a little bit higher pitched. Just adding a whole new layer of uncanniness to the little kid's song.
Ugh.
I think as we sort of walk the group that followed Ty out, we get sort of closer to his calls. And when his voice is stopped, the fog falls back, and we're at those boulders with those pictoglyphs that had been echoed through that strange well hallway that opened up into the lake somehow. And we just sort of see Ty standing in front of them.
This is not a safe place to be.
Oh, the boulders were this close to the ropes course? That doesn't seem right.
No. Ty, are you okay?
Huh? What?
What did you see?
I don't know. I thought I saw someone, but they were wearing like a hat. I don't know. It had like feathers or something on the sides that stood up. I don't know. I walked out here. How did you guys find me in this thick fog? I couldn't find my way back to the cabin.
Are you sure it wasn't a person in, like, you know, weird dog thing?
Or with antlers?
Or
Antlers.
2 little kids?
I mean, it could have been antlers. I didn't get that close of a look, to be honest with you. And this fog's really freaky, and I still don't believe any of this, by the way. This is nuts. What?
I
Lindworm.
think Mossy's just kind of looking at you very pointedly, staring daggers at that point. You should take a token, because not only did you question my eccentric worldview, you just categorically denied it. So if that's not token worthy, I don't know what is.
I think you
Take the
Lindwormed
token.
too, didn't you, Chris?
What's that?
Did you invoke the Lindworm?
I did.
Just now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, let's do it.
I
The
didn't want that to
Queen
get lost.
of Hearts.
Oh my god,
What?
so
I
many
cannot
hearts.
make this shit up.
Literally any time with you two.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
wow. All right.
This
What is it?
is
So yeah,
the oppressive.
go for it. Go for it. Sorry.
This stands for the oppressive nature of rain, feeling trapped, isolation from your friends. All players gain a token as the rain pours down.
Oh.
Okay.
I might get kind of gross here for a second.
Go
I
for
think
it.
as the torrential downpour begins, at least some of it we realize seems to be red and a little bit thicker than water.
Oh.
No, it's all in my hair.
Is this from the field? What is this?
It's not great.
No, I think now would be a good time to perform the spell casting ritual.
I think that feels right.
So yes, you can invoke that, especially if you are the crafter, when it feels right, and it feels like now is the time to cast some fucking spells. So I think we choose. So if anyone's reading the PDF, that's page 119, and we kind of all do it together. So you choose one to describe with an unexpected metaphor. I think Mossy is going to have us all kind of just like join hands in a circle near the petroglyphs. And true to like thicker than water, we'll hold hands, and where our hands join, no red raindrops are falling. They'll fall on our faces, they'll fall on our heads, they'll fall on other parts of us, but there's no red falling on where our hands join.
You do start to hear off in the distance that faint growling noise, that weird, like, breathless growl, mixed with like a weird creaking.
I think that thing is back. That dog is back here.
What the hell is going on? What is this? Mossy?
Just close your eyes.
I can't punch something if my eyes are closed, Mossy.
Just listen to me. Close your eyes. And think back to the last thing that you can remember when we were all at that fire pit last year, remember? Even if you can't remember specifics, just think back and remember what it was like to be there when we were all together, just doing our thing. The rain sort of turns from like this warm heat and that like acidic scent of the blood to just a little bit cooler and a little bit more like how the field smells after the grass gets cut. We're gonna be okay. I hope.
Memories.
Yeah, we were fighting, weren't we, Joe?
Yeah. You said,
I did. I was getting a lot of pressure from Mom and Dad, and I took it out on you. It wasn't true what I said last year. You're the one who brings our family together, and that's why I said it. I'm sorry.
I do mess things up a lot, though. I act without, thinking all the way through all the time, and I'm sorry.
Hey, an older sibling is supposed to take care of the younger one. If you make a mistake, I'll fix it. That's what I'm here for.
Well, we're here for you, too. You don't need to face everything alone, Beverly.
Yeah, I should probably stop doing that. The other person I punched was... I might not be on the cheer squad anymore. there was this kid who kept harassing us, kept being like, "You guys aren't real athletes," and I was like, and it's been was going on for months at this point. And so I just confronted him, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you want to see a real athlete?" And I used my special pom poms, the one Jim gave me last year, and I think I broke his nose pretty bad. I'm still waiting to hear the verdict if I'm off the squad or not. It was because I acted alone. I never think to ask anyone else, and you're right, Joe. I should rely on you more. You're really good with people. You could have helped me there.
Thanks, Beverly.
Of course.
Past walks slowly forward.
You all right, Early?
Yeah. Just. Yes. Yes. I am always all right. It is impossible to not be all right. Because the work still needs doing.
I have a confession to make too. I remembered that your younger sister's name was Lillian. And God, this is so hard because I don't even know what I want to say before I even say it, but I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about what happened last summer and how, it felt like I could always come back to camp and be who I really am. I didn't have to worry about what people thought or acting weird or pearl or bead stuff not being for grown-ups. But I think that I don't think that I am who I thought I was. And I don't think that I'm like all the way a girl all of the time. And I wanted to talk to you about it, Ty, because you're my friend and I really care about what you think. But then things got so complicated because I started liking you and then we had that huge fight. And then, I don't know, I guess I just thought that the beginning of the summer, things would just go back to the way that they were the beginning of last summer, which doesn't make sense because I can't go back to the beginning of last summer. I feel like I'm still me, but I'm like a totally different person now too. But I still really want to be your friend. And I'm sorry that I scared you going under the lake for that long. I didn't mean to.
You should tell her she has amazing bone structure.
Moss, I came back to camp this year. It's my 4th year here. And I don't remember any of last year. It's almost like it was just voided. I remember leaving school for summer camp, and I remember coming back to school from summer camp, but I don't remember coming here. I don't remember leaving. I don't remember getting this. So I don't know who you were last year, but I know who you are this year. And I like who you are this year. And I think it doesn't matter that you don't feel all the way one way or all the way the other way. It matters how you treat people. And I've been treating you kind of shitty because I'm dealing with some stuff. So don't apologize to me. I should be apologizing to you. Because I don't deserve a friend like you who gives me gifts, and I pull out the little... This place scares me. Scares me a lot. This place is weird. But I've always felt safe with you, with with all of you. And bone structure aside, I'm glad I'm at least worthy enough to be your friend, if that's all you want.
No kiss!
I don't think it's gonna happen, Beverly. Not right now.
Well, friendship's pretty good too, I guess.
Mm.
Look only into the circle. Do not look outside of the circle. Look only inside. It is a cold and dark place out there. You can feel it breathing on our necks. The past, the future, the things unsaid, the things that should not be, the things that are wrong. But within this circle, we just look at each other. We can be safe. We can be strong. Do not look outside the circle. Well,
High peaks.
You
that
would.
should do it.
Or
I hope it
Star
works.
would.
Oh!
I think as Ty peaks, we all feel that like burning sensation again on the scar.
Yep.
Ty sees someone human-shaped but tall, like 7.5 feet tall, and with antlers growing outside the sides of its head, and with a crown around its forehead. But then it's gone, and the rain stops, and the wolves are gone, and the sounds stop, at least for a time being, at least for now, at least for the rest of the night.
Well, that should do it. I hope it works.
How do we know?
I don't know if this is the kind of thing that we know or don't know. I think it's just enough to keep us moving forward for now. Together.
It's going to be a long summer.
Oh God, it's the first day.
But we survived it. If we survived today together, that means we can survive the rest of it, right? Plus, I have
Right.
my secret weapons, so.
Well, told you the buddy system works for everything.
You know
Oh,
what, Joe? You're always right. All the time.
I will pull Joe in for a hug if Joe will accept the hug.
Oh, they do.
Yay.
Mm.
Oh, maybe we should we go check on Billy and Martin or whoever
We should just
that is?
let them do what they're doing, right? Like, they just want to do, like, little ghost kid things. Who are we to stop it? Right.
Yeah, why beat a dead rabbit?
Oh my god.
I think maybe that could be something we worry about when it's time for tomorrow's head count.
Yes.
Ugh.
So,
Well, we should probably get back though, or the CITs aren't going to be able to keep everybody under control, for sure. The movie's
Yeah.
got to be ending by now.
Oh, and we left Alice in charge. Oh, okay, yeah, we gotta go.
We
they
should
need your
swing by the bunks.
organization, Joe. Go ahead.
We should swing by the bunks first. You guys are all covered in blood.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good idea.
Joe, we should leave first, and just go ahead. Let's just get out of here first.
I will accompany you.
I think that's a great idea.
Oh, yes, that sounds great. Let's go.
And we leave.
I stand there for a moment with like my mouth hanging open, like
Yeah,
This
they just
isn't-
did that.
why are they the way that they are?
I don't know, man. Why is anybody the way we are?
Definitely not the person to ask for that. Ty will reach out and like grab your hand though. Should we follow at least so that we're not here alone in the woods with creepy blood rain summoning nightmare antler demon?
I think that's a good idea. Just,
Cool.
Next time you find a weird box at the bottom of the lake, maybe check what's inside it before you throw it all over me, okay?
I'm real sorry. That was I didn't know it was gonna do that.
It's okay.
And I was
I don't
upset.
think anyone did.
I was upset because I thought you died. I'm glad you're not dead.
Me too. I'm glad you kept looking though.
Yeah, that's
Friends?
what I do. Sure. And he'll pull as he like starts to walk away.
All right. That seems like as good a place as any to end the sleepaway one shot.
Ooh,
If
quick
anyone
idea,
has anything
though.
else they would like to add, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I just sort of think as Mossy and Ty start heading off, because we had ended this ritual at the boulders. So
We
I
had,
think
yes.
as you walk away, you don't see because your backs are turned, but sort of engraved into it with the rest of the picture carvings is what looks like a circle of 5 people holding hands underneath a storm.
Sam, you and I had the exact same idea.
Yeah!
Oh my god, I was gonna say it if you did. Yes! I love you so much. Oh, wow. Well,
For
thank
your
you
submission.
all.
To the Nightmare Society.
Yo,
That was a very Are You Afraid of the Dark ending. I love it. I love it a
It
lot.
was so good. Yeah. Thank you all so much for coming together and creating this story with me and taking a chance on a new system. And thanks to everybody who's been watching and donating and
yes.
talking in the chat, making impromptu pixel art of all of us.
Yeah.
That was
Yes.
so great.
That was so good.
Thank
okay.
you. Keenus, I don't know if
Keenus-
they're
Keenus
still in
10?
chat. I think they had to go, but thank you. If you
Yeah.
join our Discord, there is pixel art of
It's
all
so
of our
cute.
characters.
Of all of us.
I
It's
had like
pretty freaking
literally
rad.
one goal when like starting the streaming TTRPGs, and I just wanted one fan art once, and I achieved it. So thank you.
Me too. I have never had somebody make like fan art unprompted, you know, that was not for like otherwise promotional things, the character I played. So I'm like, oh my god, thank you.
That
so
means
much.
a lot.
That's a
Yeah,
first for
yeah.
me too, and I am blushing.
Yeah. Oh, that was so much fun. All right. Well, I guess maybe now is as good a time as any to go ahead and do some outros. Let's go ahead and start with
Bam.
Nevi, and we'll go clockwise around the way.
Me? I couldn't hear what you said. Hi guys, I'm Nevi. If you like me, you can check me out in Tales from Minery Village. I play Rami Lawfred, who's very dramatic, and you should watch it. It's on Sundays. Boop.
All right, go ahead, Chris. Take it away.
Oh, I am Chris. I am the Beholder DM on Twitter and literally every form of social media out there. I am primarily a giveaway a giveaway Twitter that gives away tabletop stuff, dice, minis, tiny little Beholder people that I paint, and I also do voiceover. So stay tuned sometime soon on my Twitter because I'll be, releasing things that I do with that pretty soon. Who knows? I'm weird. Anyway.
All right, thank you. Mids, go ahead.
I am Mids Meinberg. You can find me at Meinberg13, which will also have links to my stuff. I am a professional game designer. You can find my games on my itch.io at goat-song-publishing.itch.io. You can also find a link to that on my Twitter. I also do some games writing, which you can find at my blog, which is also on the Twitter. And this is my first time doing an actual play game, and had a great time. It was really fun. Just want to say that. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for coming to play
Thank
here.
you. I
You're so
know.
good. Oh
You
my
were
god, you did like
amazing.
the wise like Faye character so well. Like, oh, you killed it every time.
How old is Orlantha was a question that was getting asked in our cast chat. We were just like, we may never know. We may never get age as a number. Just
As old as the woods.
as old as the old magic. Okay, Sam, go for it.
Yeah, hey everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at @TheSamWisest. I'm SamWise_GameG here on Twitch. I feel like I need to say that like that every time Anna is on stream with me now.
Oh, you.
So I'm a disability advocate and a streamer. I'm also one of the admins. I'm the accessibility director here on the Chromatic Chimera. You will be able to see me tomorrow right back here for another Pride one-shot. I am facilitating a game of Dialect at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm really excited. It's my first time facilitating and only my second time playing, so we'll see how that goes, but I am excited for it. Otherwise, you can see me here on Mondays for Wild Mount Daring and Divine with No Initiative. We're going to have a special guest with us this week, so make sure to check that out. And otherwise, I'm here every Wednesday in Agora's Bells or Steam Spell, are two of our flagship campaigns here at the Chimera. So I think that's all I've got going right now. I'll toss it on over to Anna.
It is I. Hello, Anna, or Nymeria941 on Twitter and the internet, which is where you can find me. I also have a YouTube channel where I make videos about books and games and TTRPGs. So if you like stuff like that, go check that out. I also play in Dreams of Dust, which is a Deadlands noir game over on Encounter Roleplay. That's on Thursdays, and I play a very different character in that one. She's sort of a hardened supernatural skeptic that has just recently discovered that she can see dead people. Not too sure how to interact with that. And then I guess before we get going, just like big thanks to all of the players, like I said, for being so willing to just throw this story together and be really creative and trusting of each other. Big thanks to JayDragon for creating this system and giving us this really awesome like queer summer camp to play around in and invite in
a lot of fun,
scary stuff. I think I saw Sam mention it in the chat just a little while ago, but if you want to try out Sleepaway, there is a link in the chat. It's part of the bundle for racial justice and equality bundle on itch.io right now. So if you were interested in trying that out, I think it's like a $5 minimum pay what you will bundle, and all of the proceeds go to Black Lives Matter organizations. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. And thanks to Chromatic Chimera for letting me facilitate my first ever game on a stream. That was not nerve-wracking.
So many firsts. So
I'm totally not sweating buckets right now that it's over, and I'm like, oh my god, it happened.
You did great.
So much.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
It was super fun, and we hope to see you all again for our next game, Dialect, tomorrow. So thanks again. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.